you guys, so just as I promised yesterday, I'm going to teach you a formula that has been really powerful for me over the last couple weeks and months with my team as well as with my clients. And I'm actually putting it into practice with my children as well as much as I possibly can. Now, I've had a lot of messages from people just with everything going on in the world. Like, we all feel so overwhelmed. If you feel overwhelmed, drop an emoji below. Or if you feel stressed out, drop an emoji below, just so you know you're not alone. Okay, this is for some reason a crazy time I'm not even gonna get into all of that stuff, right? Like, that's the stuff you don't talk about, Meg. But just know you're not alone. You're not alone, and you might feel like you're in a funk, whether you are on a health and fitness journey and crushing it, or you are focused in on a goal that's not even related to health and fitness, but you're going after it, and then all of a sudden you like hit a wall. Right? You wake up in the morning and you're like in a funk. You don't feel good. It happens to me too, you guys. And you just are just like negative. You either want to like cry or like scream at someone, right? Happens to me. I want to teach you this formula that can help you become aware of what's going on up here to cause those negative emotions and feelings and how you can flip it. Okay, so this formula is called the Formula for Transformation. I learned it from one of my mentors, Bob Heilig. If you don't follow him, he's great. And this can pertain to anything. But since I'm a nutritionist and a health and fitness coach, see the broccoli on my shirt? Kirk was like, I can't believe you have a shirt that has broccoli on it and it says love. But that's me. But it's a formula that can help you with your weight loss or your fitness journey, okay? So we're going to focus on weight loss. So this formula has 5 different things to it, you guys. The first thing is the circumstance or the fact, okay? The circumstance or the fact is like the neutral party, okay? It's something that just happens. It doesn't have any emotion connected to it. It's just something that happens. And I'll give you an example in a second, but make sure you write that down. The first one is your circumstance. The second one is your thoughts, okay? Your thoughts around that circumstance. After thoughts is the third one, which is feelings, how we feel about the thoughts that are going on in our head, positive or negative. Then the next one is action, okay? The actions that we take because of those thoughts and feelings that are based on that circumstance, okay? And then the last part is results, okay? After all of the thoughts, the feelings, the action that we take based off all of that, what happens because of it, okay? And it can be positive or negative. So let's go through it. Let's take the example that you're on a health and fitness journey, okay? And you're wanting to lose weight. And I'd love to see if you are wanting to lose weight, what are you focused on? Is it 5 pounds? Is it 10 pounds? Is it 15? Is it 20? Like, how much would you want to lose by the end of December 2020, okay? If it's not weight loss, what is it? What kind of health and fitness journey are you focused on? Okay, maybe it's improving your mile time. Maybe it's getting stronger, lifting heavier. I'd love to see it below, you guys. So, just kind of comment below and let me know. Okay, so example, the circumstances that you're on your weight loss journey, okay, and you ate something that wasn't on the plan, okay? So maybe your best friend came over and you're having a play date and she brings you pizza. And you're like, and now I'm not saying pizza's bad for you. That's a whole nother story. No food is bad for you in moderation, okay? But just say, all of a sudden, the thing that's not on your plan, you eat because you don't want to make that person feel bad, right? Or maybe you're like, screw it, I want the pizza. And after you eat that pizza, all of a sudden, those thoughts pop into your head, right? What are those thoughts that happen from you eating that piece of pizza? I suck. I fell off the plan. I can't do this. I did it again. I fell off the plan. I'm not meant to lose weight. I can't do this, right? Like, all of those negative thoughts come in. And then after that, after all those negative thoughts pop in, what's the next part? It's the feelings. It's the feelings that we have after all of those thoughts happen. Because eating that piece of pizza was neutral, okay? Like, it's neutral. You could either say, which I'm going to help you do, okay, I ate a piece of pizza. Cool. All right, it was really good. Now I'm going to move on, and I'm going to focus in on my nutrition and just maybe have some smaller portions, right? But instead, we're choosing to do the negative thoughts, the negative feelings. And those negative feelings are shame, Okay? Guilt, frustration. You're mad at yourself. Okay? All of those negative feelings. And when we're having those negative feelings, what happens? I know for me in the past, when I battled a lot with emotional eating, I would spiral. I would grab everything in the pantry. I would eat all those cookies. I'd eat all that candy. I'd grab a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter. It was like I wouldn't even think. It would just happen. I would binge like crazy. Okay? And if you've been there, don't beat yourself up. Okay? Because this is a common thing that happens, you guys. And then after all that action happens, more guilt, more shame, and the result, what's going to happen? You're not going to hit your goal. Okay? You're going to feel crappy. You're going to feel angry at yourself. You're going to fall off track again. And you're going to be able to say, you know what? Once again, I fell off my fitness journey. I fell off my health journey. I'm not going to lose that weight. Okay? So it's that negative headspace that I think many of us can relate to. Because I've been on this journey since I was 13, you guys. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism when I was 13 and started to gain weight and was trying to battle and figure out how to find a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. And it wasn't until I had my daughter in 2015 that I was like, I need to figure this out because I'm raising a baby now. And I want to be that person that makes a good impact and a good role model for her to grow up and watch, right? But I battled a long time. So if you're battling with that, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help because I've been through it and I understand. So how do we flip it, you guys? So let's go back up to that circumstance, okay? And I encourage you to write this stuff out. I have a little notepad. I go through any kind of like circumstance that's causing me to feel negative. I go through and I walk it through this formula and then I flip it. How do I want to feel? Okay, so the circumstance is you had a piece of pizza, okay? Now instead of saying, oh, the thoughts, I suck, I fell off again, this is horrible, right? And going down that negative thought, let's look at that piece of pizza, which is what I teach my clients, and say, that was really good. That was a good piece of pizza. I love pizza, right? And I had one piece of pizza. I didn't have 6. I had one piece of pizza. I enjoyed it. And now that next meal, guess what? I'll just kind of maybe have smaller portions. Instead of having that carb for dinner that I normally do, I'm not going to have it, right? Because I had an extra serving at lunch. And I'm going to focus on that next meal and keeping it on track, right? So the thoughts are, I enjoyed that piece of pizza. It was good. Next step is to focus on the next meal and staying on track, right? When we focus on it that way, those kinds of thoughts, those positive thoughts about that food or that option to eat that food, then we roll into our feelings. And instead of feeling shameful and angry at ourselves, like we did something wrong, which you didn't, we're feeling empowered. We're feeling excited. We're feeling good, right? That pizza tasted great. And then after that, when we're feeling good about that, then our action is to refocus on the next meal. And instead of carrying those negative thoughts into the next meal and saying, I already screwed it up, I might as well just keep screwing it up, right? It's like, I didn't screw it up. Just gonna change it up a little bit for the next meal, right? And then what's that result? When you have that action where you learn to not fall off, but to enjoy that meal and then hop right back on and focus for that next meal, the result end is, okay, I'm continuing on my health and fitness journey. I'm still losing weight. I can have a piece of pizza and it doesn't completely derail me from my goals. I can have a glass of wine and it's not going to ruin my weight loss, okay? It's flipping that switch, you guys, in our brain because human beings are mostly negative. Very aware of that recently, right? There's a lot of negative stuff unfortunately going on, but we have control over whether or not we lean into the negative or we lean into the positive. Okay, so just to recap real quick, you guys, the 5 things that go together. C is circumstance. T is thoughts. F is feelings. A is action. And the last one is results. 100%, or so negative thoughts, 100% of the time, are going to end up with negative results. positive thoughts 100% of the time are going to end up with positive results. Okay, so remember that, you guys. When you start, and the more that you do it, the more you'll become aware of your thoughts and saying like, okay, I'm human. I'm going to have a negative thought. Let me write it out. How can I flip that thought? Okay, it's a little bit of work on your part, but once you get really good at it and become very aware of what you're thinking, you'll realize, okay, this is awesome. I actually have control over what's coming out of my head. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help. If you use this tool, you guys, let me know how it goes. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.